Recife is home to Santa Cruz, one of Brazil's best-loved clubs. Its 63,000-capacity Arruda Stadium was built in 1972, in time for the Brazil Independence Cup, an invitational tournament staged to mark Brazil's 150 years of independence. Arruda has since been home to a club with principles, a club founded 98 years ago.
For the first time here in Pernambuco state, a club was established on matters of principle. They allowed black and white players to play together. Santa Cruz broke the norms by doing that. Acceptance of the black players within the club was deemed a sporting initiative at first, but in reality it went far beyond that. As a result, the society of Pernambuco, and in turn the society of Brazil, became more plural.
Founded by 11 teenagers back in 1914, Santa Cruz instigated a social revolution. Like other clubs, this was more of a social entity, with sports other than football initially proving more popular. As for Santa Cruz's inclusion of black footballers, this move generated fierce resistance from rival clubs.
It's common knowledge here that when one club allowed black players to join them, then other clubs accepted that they should play them, with the condition that there would be no physical contact between the two races when playing against one another. Black players couldn't touch the body of the white players. Many believe that as a result we became a country of great dribbling players, as different races were not allowed to have bodily contact on the pitch. Black players would have to move with the ball at their feet from one side to another with great finesse and agility. But they would always have to avoid any physical contact.
Football was introduced to Brazil by the Sao Paulo native Charles Miller in the late 19th century. With the advent of rail network, its popularity soon spread. Initially, it was a white man's game, the preserve of European migrants, workers who played whenever they downed tools. But the black population was curious and keen to get involved. They quickly improvised, using various spherical objects for balls. The game played would soon change their lives.
For the first time ever, there was a chance for them to be admired. Black players had never been the subject of admiration before. Black players hadn't even been considered people. Black players were just objects, things. But their participation in a sport that was rapidly growing in popularity turned them into heroes, and they would be greatly admired for their skills. As a result, football instigated important changes in Brazilian society at large. From the psychological point of view of a black man, it was enormously important that they felt admired and respected for the first time because of their football talent.
Silvio Ferreira has done extensive research on the history of black players, as well as their rise to prominence in the state of Pernambuco and Brazil as a whole. Now a director, Ferreira failed in his bid to play for Santa Cruz in his younger days, but the club remains a lifelong passion of the psychology professor.
The fans support the club because they love their team and they love its colours. But there really is something more profound in the way they lend their support to the team for generation after generation. They're conscious of the fact that Santa Cruz carries the flag of social and racial justice.
And it's precisely those ideals that keep Santa Cruz's fan base growing. In the 1970s and the 1980s, club directors would order a gate to be opened 20 minutes from time, so that those without money could come and watch their team. Rival fans referred to that initiative as the Hour of the Miserable. It was anything but. On the pitch, Santa Cruz have suffered huge setbacks of late. Between 2006 and 2008, they dropped from the 1st to the 4th division, becoming the first club to suffer 3 successive relegations in the national championship. Having played 3 seasons in Brazil's lowest tier, they finally gained promotion to Serie C last year. And in May, Santa Cruz celebrated a 2nd successive state championship, their 26th overall. Their loyal fans never deserted them. Last year, Santa Cruz recorded the highest club attendance for a single match in all of Brazil. It's what the club has always stood for that keeps them coming back.
Much has been said about the race issue in Brazil for many centuries. But not many people talk about the contribution of football clubs, and what they did to advance the plurality of the races. Look at the fans, and look also at the makeup of the players on the pitch. That's an example of what Brazilian society should really be like.
The founding fathers of Santa Cruz deserve much credit for their pioneering actions almost a century ago. What they instigated and what their descendants continued helped make Recife the all-inclusive city it is today.